The last generation. The Jewish prophets did not speak of the end times as a distant myth. They described it as a moment when the world fractures, nations rage, and Israel stands alone. They warned of a generation that would see ancient words rise from the dust and confront living history. That generation, they said, would not miss the signs. The world turns toward Jerusalem. Isaiah foresaw the final days when the world would no longer ignore Israel. He said the nations would be drawn, some in awe, others in hostility, toward Jerusalem. What once lay in ruins would become the axis of human destiny. The city would rise not in peace, but in tension. Isaiah reveals the first sign of the end: global obsession with Jerusalem, a nation the world cannot erase. Jeremiah stood amid destruction and made an impossible declaration. He said Israel would outlive empires, tyrants, and centuries of hatred. As long as the cosmos stands, Israel stands. The rage of nations, he warned, would fail to erase what God decreed. Jeremiah exposes a terrifying truth. The war against Israel is a war against the order of creation itself. Bones rise before breath. Ezekiel saw Israel as a valley of bones, dry, scattered, lifeless, no army, no king, no hope. Then the bones began to move. They assembled before faith returned. A nation reborn, strong, armed, but spiritually fractured. And then Ezekiel saw what followed: a final invasion. Armies from distant lands descending upon Israel. The prophets called it Gog and Magog, the war that ends all wars. Ezekiel warns us, restoration invites confrontation. If these ancient warnings matter to you, if you sense we are living in prophetic times, then support this channel. Like the video, share it with those who are watching the signs, and subscribe, so you don't miss what comes next. Daniel was shown what happens when the world reaches its breaking point. The hour of unmatched terror. Daniel was shown the climax of history. He spoke of a time of terror unlike anything humanity had ever endured. Kingdoms collapse, law dissolves, faith is tested to its breaking point. Yet in that moment, when survival seems impossible, Daniel declares deliverance will come. Daniel confirms the pattern. The darkest hour precedes divine intervention. All nations against one city. Zechariah saw the final alignment of the world. Not against a superpower, not against an empire, but against one city. Jerusalem becomes a burden no nation can lift without bleeding. The earth gathers against it, and God responds. Zechariah's vision leaves no ambiguity. The end of days erupts over Jerusalem. Prophetic convergence. One voice, one warning. 5 prophets, 5 centuries, one message. Return from exile, rising hostility. Global fixation, final war, divine judgment. This is not poetry, it is a countdown. Are we there? Israel exists again. Jerusalem is contested daily. Nations rage, alliances shift. Wars encircle the land. What the prophets described as distant now unfolds in real time. The stage is set, the actors are in position, the warnings have been delivered. The only unknown is timing. The final question. The prophets did not ask us to predict the date. They asked us to recognize the season. When the world turns against Jerusalem, when Israel stands alone, when chaos reigns, the end, they said, is no longer approaching. It has arrived. Stay watchful, stay informed. Subscribe.